Are you ready for the eclectic one? AKA Pat is here.
Actually, this is the official entrance to Wildstorm. As you can see, it's super dark in here. The lights are off. The walls are painted this dark gray. And
like we regained some of the faith. I think that the kids still like our work, but I know a lot of retailers are probably angry at us as a whole, and that's primarily because of our shipping difficulties. And at our last big meeting, we laid down some pretty severe rules and punishments for being late, and when we would solicit projects, when we wouldn't solicit projects, how much work had to be done before we would even say that this project existed, and penalties for screwing that up. So next year you'll either see a lot of books come out in time or a lot of people leaving Image as they get fired and canned. So I'm not two owners or whatever,
Live from the world's financial capital, New York City, this is Moneyline.
Marvel Entertainment fell 3 1/4 today, closing at 49.5. The reason, some people say, is because of what you're about to see.
I'm here with one of the top talents in the comic book business, Jim Lee. Jim, it's great to...
All right, people, we're live. Welcome to Wildstorm Wednesday, late night. I wanted to do this last night, ended up at a surprise dinner with a babe, South Philly, Italian meal. You guys know the drill, right? And I forgot to cancel, but this was... I debated a couple different ways to really crack into what was happening with Wildstorm, Marvel Comics, Heroes Reborn. This is post-Onslaught. Now, I'm on record, okay? I say this a lot. My Marvel universe ended during Onslaught, okay? The through line from the 60s, right? The Marvel Age, through the Image era, it really ended with Onslaught. So if we all know the saga of Onslaught, it's hard to understand a little bit of the context of these, because this is relatively like the first time like major books outside of post DC Crisis in the 80s got rebooted. You know, like it's these are milestones. Now we have the creative side, we have the business side, we have all of these things when it comes to Heroes Reborn. Okay, Liefeld, Jim Lee broke a pact from within Image Comics. They went against the credo. They went against gentlemen's agreements. Okay, broke away from Image, split their studios, and then, you know, re-entered Marvel Comics. Marvel was still considered the enemy. We're year 3 to year 4 already into the Image boom. Image Comics are still competing head-to-head with everything else. So Heroes Reborn leads into Marvel Knights. Marvel Knights leads into the Ultimate Marvel. And we have this like this battle of how we best reboot the characters, how we reintroduce the characters, what concepts we're isolating and taking from the characters. This is a deep well just to understand the context, okay? On the left, we have tonight's theme, okay? This is the best reboot I've ever read of Iron Man, okay? Everyone else in the known universe, we got Chris Hicks in the house. Everyone, the writer, co-creator, creator, whatever you want to call him, Dark Hero. Everyone, Dark Hero is, follow my white pencil. Dark Hero is right here. And you better sign up, okay? Because we got a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, so the concepts of rebooting characters, it really became a sales strategy. Can I say that? Strategy. Starting here, okay? Once this was done, the industry got addicted to what these sales were. Now, I'm still under the impression that this is the greatest Fantastic Four issue ever sold. This is the greatest Iron Man issue ever sold. Same for Rob Liefeld's Heroes Reborn, Captain America, and Avengers. So, my position's simple for this, okay? These guys got, I think, the better ideas. Put them together. This Fantastic Four is better than the Ultimate Fantastic Four. This Iron Man is better than the Orson Scott Card Iron Man. It's better than the Mark Millar Ultimate's Iron Man. So we're going, once I complete more of these and kind of go through the issues, like we're going to do more of the Wildstorm Jim Lee. Okay? So we got that coming. Before we crack into issue 1 of Iron Man, let's just preview what we have here. We have issues 1, 2, which is one of my all-time favorite Hulk covers because he's just like palming Iron Man. 2, 3, 7, and 11. Okay? There's 12, 13 of these. I think there's 12. So let's talk real quick, though. Let's talk about Wells. Okay? It takes a lot to understand what he's good at as a artist. So let's just let's take some notes. All right. Wells tropes as an artist, okay? As an artist. Draws great tech. awesome reflections. Heavy shadows. Okay. Good hair. I always loved his hair. And he's a master of the 3/4 shot. And it's actually bird's eye. Okay? Pros. Cons. Okay? Expressions. Wide open pages. Paneling. That's storytelling. Okay? I'll show you that. That might be it. You know, sometimes proportions. Maybe. Like, you know, I'm willing to let that one go. Expressions, wide open pages. Wide open pages is one of his signatures, though. But, all right. So what do we have here? Let's just get to this side, okay? Structure. One, okay? So we got something cool here. At the end, we have Birth of Iron Man. Okay? In the beginning, okay, we have Stark, and he's mixed up. Somewhat of a Stark trope up by that point, okay? And then throughout the book, we have Hydra, we have Bruce Banner, and we have Birth of the Hulk. That directly influences the birth of Iron Man. Here he is, CB. What is up, dude? Yeah, right. Like, no, you're like, there was a break. That's where Heroes Reborn. I was just breaking down the structure for issue 1, and then all your Wells Portacio tropes here, just so we can understand the artwork. CB, it's good. It's really good to see you, bud. So just so we know, like what CB is referring to, like the beginning of Heroes Reborn is far superior than how Heroes Reborn wrapped up, and that's mostly because we have this like very odd crossover called the Industrial Revolution. Okay, and look, see how look, we're only a few issues in. Look how complicated it gets. Okay, now there's a lot of me that defends everything by Heroes Reborn. So, and also preview CB, we will be doing deep dive into all the Jim Lee Fantastic Fours also. So we got to get into this, though, okay? Because this is important. I think people are bitter. I think people are angry. I think people don't like themselves, okay? And I think because of that, it's hard for them to enjoy entertainment and to lose themselves and imagine and just have fun. So, objective number 1, when you make a comic book, you got to make it fun. You got to make it cool. We only get Iron Man bookending this piece. We have the Sentry armor. Again, like prototype armor, just kind of directly into the MCU. There's more MCU in here than coming from the Ultimate line. Tony Stark, malfunction. Nukes his armor. Then we cut to news reporter. Tony Stark's in trouble. He gets acquitted. Some of these security guards are, they're making an argument for Tony Stark because they're saying, like, yeah, I mean, he's guilty. The rich get off, but he does employ a lot of people. And then, boom, kills everyone. Hydra. All right, you guys see the Volspertatio trope here? Wide open panels. Great shadows. I really, really love how, like, he just drew the shirt here. Like, and the inking is just, like, top notch. And then, boom, protest outside Stark Tower. And then here we go. Bruce Banner, friend of Tony Stark, integrated early in this whole, like, world, okay? MCU over here. Happy Hogan. He's like, I'm your publicity guy. You're killing me with these comments. You got to keep yourself down. We got Paige. Okay. We're getting introduced to Stark's wider cast. Now, this is what I mean. See the Portasio trope? See how he just leaves these pages? He leaves them wide freaking open. But again, Portasio, incredible shadows, incredible hair. He's bad with expressions, but he's so good otherwise. Again, popping up that 3/4 view. Look, listen to the lineup. These are all the characters we're already introduced to by page 5. Bruce Banner, Happy Hogan, Tony Stark, Liz Ross, Doc Samson, Lieutenant Commander Sidwell, Jennifer Walters, Pepper Potts. Okay? Here, he upsets Pepper Potts, Hydra, look, Portasio, 3/4 view, Magic. Hydra is, they're working. They're getting the things going. They're breaking into some facility. Pepper Potts is having a private moment. Tony Stark comes out to see her. He fires her. Awesome. So no Pepper Potts. Doc Samson comes out. He's like, look, man. He's like, I don't know what happened to you. You were doing good. You were doing these things. You built this company from the ground. This is great dialogue. You built this company up. You're unraveling. What are you really doing? Los Vertasio trope here. Look, double tropes. 3/4, heavy shadows, gray hair, bad proportions, but I don't care because I love him. I love Ross. So, like, like this movie's moving. Okay? I mean, this comic book's moving. Stark Security Tower, or that facility Hydra was messing with. And then, boom, Hydra shoots down the tower. They blow up, like, like the whole security part of this facility. They get in there. And then, like, we're essentially, I love this 3/4 over here. Look at that. But now we're at, like, essentially we're at the Gamma Bomb. Okay? And we're at this dialogue between Hydra and Bruce Banner. And Banner is saying, like, this thing's destroy everyone. He's like, I'm not going to allow you guys to set it off, to use it. And they basically knock him out. They lock him in. And she goes, we know you weren't going to allow us, but you're just going to die with your device anyway. The countdown has begun. Okay. Rose trying to save Banner. And then we have Stark taking this helicopter. And look at this tech. Even though it's a silhouette, though, I love all the little, like, antennas and just how it's breaks apart. You're not going to save Banner. Banner knows what to do. So there's like fail-safe, which kind of makes a little bit of sense. So the fail-safe for the bomb is to drop it into the earth, okay, to suppress the blast. So the gamma bomb goes off. It goes off green. Look at the shadows here, though. And then green glowing hole. Stark goes to investigate. Stark's pilots, infrared. Look at this. Awesome tech. You know it's the Hulk. So the Hulk is there. He, picks up a boulder, knocks out the chopper. Tony Stark is in the chopper. He gets like gouged, right? He's poked. He's dying. Hulk's completely butt naked. And then Tony Stark wanders to find his failed experiment that he kind of this is why he was tortured from the beginning of the book, of the issue. He's tortured, and now he needs to suit up to survive, to keep his wound closed. And then we have Hulk and Betty, and this dude's like, man, he's got like some weird attraction to her. Issue ends, Iron Man intro to Hulk. So Hulk creates the Iron Avenger. How awesome is that? The Hulk is naked through like the first like 5-6 months of Heroes Reborn. That's issue 1. That's one of the best Iron Man issue 1s out ever. One of the best world building issue 1s. Awesome, like, subverting expectations, firing Pepper Potts. It's a great issue 1. Now when we go to issue 2, and we're gonna hit CB's comment real quick. This is one of my all-time covers, because I could stare at this for hours. Number 1, Wells. Great lats, great trap. He does the sectional pumpkin shoulder, okay? But then, like, just the way how the Hulk is manhandling Iron Man, I love it. Rob left after 6 issues due to money. Lee took over, making yeah. So like, it's funny, like that Heroes Reborn went that way, because I feel like, Jim Lee had an engine when it comes to Wildstorm. They were cranking out books. They made deadlines. They drastically dropped the quality of the books as every single Wildstorm title marched on. You can argue, with the exception of Wildcats and Stormwatch, but Stormwatch really did suffer from some rushed artwork. The scripts universally got so much better during this time for Wildstorm, but you kind of want to say that, like, Jim Lee, like, it's like, did Jim Lee help screw over Liefeld? I always wondered that. I always think they did. I thought the Liefeld end of it, they were on to like a really good thing, regardless of money. Liefeld, you contribute the best Falcon origin in Liefeld. That issue 3, issue 4, the origin of the Falcon, where he slices his hand and drips the green blood into the Falcon's mouth. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, but we do have a fantastic start. So it's so hard for me to buy that, though, because they were making really good money with these books. They really were. And I never really bought that story. I never really did. So let's just do like a quick flip through. Look. So we have the Iron Avenger looking hot. I always loved this design. I loved like the smokestacks in the back. Very cool. All the cabling like between the armor. I mean, this is Wells at his like tropiest best. But look at this. Look at the movement. It's so freaking tight. Great pages. And like they should be like, as there's a side of Marvel that really should have been grateful at this time that these guys kind of like took this deal. That they were able to really get like a premier studio, a premier, like if you want to call it like a design house, working on their books, because their Marvel needed a boost. They needed a jolt. Okay, and they did a fantastic job, like hyping up Onslaught. And I would like want to like double check some of the timing of some of this, right? Because did Heroes Reborn look at the texture for the thing here? Did Heroes Reborn and Apocalypse Now run congruent? I really should have looked that up, but here we go. Like, I just kind of wanted to go through this. Iron Man, one of the best rose galleries on planet Earth, doesn't get enough credit. So, and then like along the way, we'll get Ryan Benjamin coming in to help Wells. But this world is pretty tight. Okay, there is a like a world building here. Okay. Both studios, Extreme and Wildstorm, do a pretty fucking good job. Okay, they do a pretty good job of building a universe. I think for the day, it was a really good model that later got improved and then later just completely abused and destroyed. But some of this here is really just to do these flip throughs, so anyone watching like these replays can get like a good, clear idea of really what these books represent. And look, Portacio, look, he's strong with issue 11. I think there's 3 issues where it was a split, but he's pretty consistent, and he's the only consistent artist. Jim Lee is sprinkled throughout Fantastic Four post issue 6, but we're working in like the full Doctor Doom, every single one of the Doctor Doom tropes, the Merlin, the time travel. You know, like this was a very coherent Tony Stark. Tony Stark's history didn't get corrected until it was Heroes Return, and then Kurt Busiek had to come in, and then on top of that, Kurt Busiek had to do 264-page issues outside of the Iron Man proper to realign and re-explain the character, because technically Tony Stark was a teenager caught in time during this. All right, so people, we're going to do more of this. I just wanted to kind of brief everyone on issue 1. Next week I was going to do maybe a deep dive into Fantastic Four 1, but I mean these issues, the renderings here, it's just great, you know. Oh yeah, and why did I think Scott Clark? Why did I think Scott Clark had to run on X-Men? He didn't. But and I kind of want to do an artist spotlight on Scott Clark. So there's things I have coming for that. Let's check out some of those comments by our boy CB here. I like Ryan Benjamin's on Iron Man. He only did, an issue or 2. Had some more. Yeah, I mean, I'm Silvestri on like Heroes Reborn. Like, yeah. And, you know, like that's a tough one. Because Silvestri to me is the one. Silvestri's greater than Lee. Like greater than Lee Liefeld McFarlane. Like Silvestri is like the artistry, the storytelling. He's all of it together. Okay. Silvestri, eventually, you know, when we're done with Wildstorm Wednesdays, you know, we're clearly going to move on to Extreme. But the true dive that I'm looking forward to is like going all out on Silvestri, because, again, There's a lot that's forgotten. There's a lot of memory hole stuff gone with Silvestri. There's a lot of context lost. But Silvestri was the one I feel like they were all chasing when it comes to artistry. His growth within the Imagiers, within that Top Cow, he grew. Like, I love the jump of Liefeld's style, but Silvestri grew as a pure artist. It's amazing. So everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Quicker episode, I know, but I wanted to do something because I missed last night. CB, thanks for hanging out, dude. I completely love you. Everyone, follow CB Smallwood. He's fantastic. He's one of my boys. I love him to death. Let's get out of here.
Are you ready for the